Oh, we got a microphone. We're going to use the pedal in there too.
Comp.
One more run. Let's do it.
Plug it all the way back to the middle of the section
Okay.
One was hurt.
Get one more.
Yeah.
Okay, so the biggest thing was the impulse of will on that. You were ahead of them. You were right from the get-go. We're going like this. This is the way we're going. And there was that intensity, consistency to. Did you guys feel that?
Yeah.
Right from the get-go. That's the most. That's very, very, very important. You got that. Great. It felt. Let's see here. I think we could be clearer with the baton from the top. It's hard because I don't want our comments to get in the way of your consistency there because there was a certain energy to it.
Yeah.
But I think it can be clearer. So let's see if we can work on that. Not take away from the consistency, but I think again it starts with the wrist. Dee, da, dee, da, dee. More at the tip there. Yeah. Instead of it got a little in here and it was kind of.
Right. It's like if you ever seen a TV, it's fuzzy and then you clear it up. That's what we're trying to do because you can see what the picture is, and now we're getting a little more defined.
Don't want to take away from the good stuff. We just want to make it better. All right. So let's just use your right hand. Just focus on that from the top. Do it without them playing, and see if we can just get that. Kind of think of the music here.
Maybe make 2 and 3 just a little smaller, just a little bit, not too much.
Okay, sometimes 4 wants to dip a little bit.
Yeah, like down to 4. Keep it 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. So.
And, I don't know.
Yeah, there's something. Oh, I put my. Exactly. There's an extra motion in there.
Yeah, it's like it's the whipping action.
Maybe you do less rebound. Think of it as dry.
Yeah.
Now see if we get that intensity in there. Dry.
See the pulse.
Yeah, that's on the right track. Before it just seemed a little. There was a lot of extra, probably more rebound than there needed to be, and it wasn't as wrist oriented. So maybe that's what was taking away from the clarity. Lots of good. What I like. Let's work on your left hand. In the starting at bar 5, it seemed to me you were doing kind of a tiered thing. Is that where you wanted to do, like measure to measure? Yeah. Which I think is another way to think about it. Good. How'd you guys feel about that?
I could tell it is too.
Yeah. Maybe again, just trying to clear it up. Yeah. That's a hard. So you're going to start here. So you have 5 measures, right? Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that kind of deal? Yeah. We explored the Wednesday using more of the sagittal. Maybe combining, maybe a little more outward too. Because that's a hard, the vertical space there. Because we end up here and then all of a sudden, it's a good contrast to get to the next measure. but I think maybe a little more outward.
Yeah, and I think one thing that'll help too is if you start a little more centered and a little smaller, it increases the spectrum for where, like, because by the time you end up here, and let's say you start here, what's the difference?
Yeah.
I mean, if you, and then out. So just start a little more in on that bar font.
And if that's the way you want it. If you
Right,
hear
exactly.
If you hear it, measure, 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 then that is effective. If you hear it more as a continuous crescendo, then you'll want motion instead of that tier thing. So it's just a matter of what you want. How do you?
I was thinking like tier every measure a little bit.
Yeah, then that works just fine. Let's work on it. See if we can be a little more outward. Start a little bit smaller and centered, like Ray was talking about.
So at 5.
Yeah, right at 5.
And then you still, yeah, the contrast needs to be distinct.
Okay. Where's 1? And then where's 2,
2.
3, 4, 5. Just kind of practice that out.
That had more contrast than what you did.
Okay.
Yeah. Try one more time. Okay. Raise your right hand up just a little bit, out, and a little more towards the players. Just a little more. Okay.
Do you want like?
The baton right now, the center of your baton is actually on your, yeah, there you go. That's more in the center.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 5.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, nice job, man. In your face, there's definitely some moments there where it started to be a lot more expressive than it had been all semester. So,
Good feed.
yeah.